What's going on, Evan? Wise guy. Can everyone hear me first and foremost? Test, test, test. I don't know if is my volume good? Do I need to adjust some settings or what's going on, Evan? All right, I'm good. I heard myself. We are lit, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and hit the like button real quick so we can start today's because I don't know if you guys can read the title or if you guys have read the title, but I have 1 week left on recruiting duty. 1 week left, man. It's going good, man. I'm just a lot of stuff is about to happen in these next couple of weeks. I got to pack up the entire house. Forrest Smith, what's going on? I have to pack up the entire house. I have to move everything. Will you be on the East Coast with your Mew duty? Absolutely not. I'll be on the West Coast. I'll be on Pendleton. I will be on Pendleton. I don't know why my chat goes away. Is there any way I can keep my chat on the actual thing? Chat delay, hide delay. Yeah, let's do that. Let's always show the messages. Can we always show the messages? Can someone type really quickly so that way we can figure something out here? Because I want to see if this thing would work. Can someone type real quick? I want to see if it'll stay up on the screen here. Evans, okay, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Let me see something really quickly. If that'll pop up. I don't know if mine's will pop up. Anyways, like I said again, now I'll be heading back to Pendleton, which is honestly, obviously the easier route than which I can take coming from recruiting duty because Camp Pendleton honestly is right down the highway from where I'm from. Right. Any update on the promotion to Gunny and the new job? Well, hopefully, I get selected here in March. That will be freaking kick ass if I get selected to Gunny in March, man. That means I'll show up to the new unit. Still a South Sergeant. I'll report in in April. And if I get selected on this board, I should be getting promoted in April. I should be getting pinned on in April. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can make that shit happen this year. What are you gonna put on those fit reps, MRF? I still remember the first art video you made, and it still crack up to this day. In regards to it, man, I don't know. It honestly depends. You know what I'm saying? Like it honestly depends on this next experience, as well as the billet in which I will hold in my next unit. The reason why I say that is because there's a lot of people who end up putting F on their fit rep and never really held like any type of company command billet before. Like company gunnery sergeant or something like that. It really depends. So a lot of the time, where those guys end up getting promoted to or selected for first sergeant, they're not really prepared to what's to come. And the other thing as well, if I do end up becoming like a company guns or covering down for a company first sergeant, because I am in a deployable unit, well, maybe I can get more experience to where I'll feel more comfortable putting an F on the fitness report as opposed to an M, right? But if I'm putting in billets in which I feel I can be able to progress within my MOS even more, I'll put M. But either or, there's like courses and stuff within my field in which I will have to do to be even eligible for Master Art. So, hey man, did you think long on whether you wanted to do recruiting or drill instructor? No, not really. Not really, man. A lot of people don't know. The reason why I chose the recruiting duty is because they had it to where I can choose where I can go, and to be honest with you guys, that's very huge. Being able to have control on where you want to go to recruit, that's big for me. Um, so I ended up doing that as well because I don't know. I think during the time, drill instructor was full. Drill instructor was full around the time I wanted to go. Because, obviously they don't need nearly as many drill instructors as they do recruiters. They need a whole lot more recruiters because we're everywhere. Drill instructors are only in two places with a handful of like training the officers and stuff like that. Yeah. What's check in like at your rank for your new unit? What will your job be like there? I don't know, man. I honestly don't know. I have had no communication with anyone from the new unit I'm supposed to be going to. Part of that reason, man, is I'm still on recruiting duty, and that's my main focus priority. Right? Main focus priority is worried about recruiting duty. Whenever I get some time, then obviously I can start to reach out to those units and kind of get an idea. Um, it just depends, though. I can tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to do, bro. Like, you're not going to fucking put me in just some generic ass billet. That's what's not going to happen. Someone said, Forrest Smith, facts 100%. You're smart, bro. And that's a wise plan to have. Yeah, it is. I tell people this all the time. If you're going to have the choice between drill instructor and recruiter, regardless of the fact, you're going to have to choose one of them. Or the Marine Corps is ultimately going to choose it for you. So you might as well make that decision while you can have that decision. You know what I mean? I should have streamed this shit on my phone because I feel like more people would join on my phone. More people would definitely join on my phone if I stream from the phone. But I don't have it on my phone. Let's see here. Is there any way I can switch it to that? Quality. Oh. Okay. You don't want to go to 2nd Supply Battalion Storage Company on Lejeune. That place was interesting. Well, I'm not a supply marine, so I would never go there. I would never, ever, ever go to a supply battalion at all. So I really can't. I don't know, man. There's only specific places I can go within my job. Right? I can only go to like engineer support battalions. I can go to like combat logistics battalions, regiments, marine squadrons, support squadrons. There's only like specific places in which my MOS is needed. Some littoral battalions, stuff like that. Some wing units, stuff like that. So there's only specific places in which I can go. Right. So yeah, how much weight is put on getting your qualifications in the Marines before starting your job? What do you mean before starting your job? What qualifications you mean in regards to that? When I go in March, I was considering doing RA. Went down with boot camp in case in the future I decided to do recruiting. I got a bit of experience on how it is. Well, you think you got a bit of experience. It's a different ball game, man. Whenever you do this shit, you're an actual recruiter. You know what I mean? RA is cool because it does get an insight of like what it's all about, but what you're on RA for a handful of weeks at most. It's a little bit different when you're an actual recruiter, man. A little bit different. What is your job? I have some friends that know you, so I apologize for thinking you were related to supply. Oh, I'm a 1391 fueler, bulk fuel. That's what my job is. I deal with petroleum and petroleum accessories. What was it propane and propane accessories? In the Navy, for example, you have to be qualified and stand on boards to be pinned and stand certain watches. It is similar in the Marines. No, that whole board shit in the Navy is kind of weird. Like because I work with some of the Navy recruiters, and they were kind of explaining to me what some of the things they have to do in order to get promoted. And I'll be looking at it like, damn, like they got to do some crazy stuff to get promoted, and they have to go on boards and all of this stuff, man. And the Marines is just a little bit different from the ranks of like staff sergeant and on, because we got to go on. We get put on boards, but we get briefed in a sense. So it's crazy. It's a little bit different. It is a little bit different for a lot of stuff. Hello from Arizona. What's going on? Person from Arizona. I'm actually going to Arizona in March. I'll be going to Arizona in March. I'm excited. It's going to be fun. A little vacation, you know, a little time off, a little vacation will never hurt nobody. It will never ever hurt nobody, man. Never ever. Just hit the like button for me, man. We can get more people in here. I know I've been going for years and months and years and stuff. It's my PlayStation on back there. Yeah, let's see. Peace and prosperity from the land down yonder. Yeah. What kind of content do you see coming to your channel heading into 2025 and beyond? Heading into 2025? Well, considering the fact that we are in 2026, I can't really speak from like the past or anything, but I will say moving forward this year, it's gonna go back to normal, man. It's gonna go back to me being more consistent, posting videos on a weekly basis, doing live streams on a weekly basis, right? Actually, I don't know if I'm gonna get back into the funny skit thing. I don't know, man. The shorts potentially could potentially. I just don't know how to approach it anymore, man. I don't feel like I can create that type of content anymore. You know, I don't know. I'm getting old. Maybe that's what it is. But you know, it's honestly gonna go back. When I tell you guys I don't have time to do anything, I don't have time to do anything, and that's not. I'm not even exaggerating or anything, man. It's just like, you know, I don't have like even y'all see the shit back here on my cameras, on my film stuff, all my cameras. I don't even have time to do that no more, and it pains me because I really be wanting to do that shit. And speaking of that, I need some color film for that one because I want to do some long exposure shots. Even for my Pentax, so I want to do some long exposure shots on that bad boy. I should go do that tonight. What time is it? 5:52. It's cold. It's cold out there, though. I don't want to go out there if it's cold. Missed old videos. Yeah, man. Me too, man. I miss them a lot too, man. My biggest thing is one. I don't know if I need an editor. Maybe that's what it is. I just don't like editing my videos anymore. Maybe that's what it is. Ultimately, recording the videos. I got everything set up behind me. You guys can't even see all of this shit. That's like I can show you guys like what I have, like right lights, another series of light. That's my main camera I record all my videos on. So all of the videos on YouTube, this usually get recorded with this camera right here, my Sony. That's all the stuff right behind me. So it's like, yeah. I got a whole setup going on. Too bad I gotta break all of this shit down next week because I'm moving. I literally got word that I have to move 2 weeks sooner than I was expecting to move. Supposed to move out of here like March 2nd, March 3rd, right? To move out to the new house, but I gotta move midway through February now, so that's 2 weeks sooner than I expected. Um, and holy hell, not gonna lie, I get you been going at it. Might be time to give yourself a break and retire. Give myself a break and retire. What do you mean by give myself a break and retire? Other people are also doing what you are doing. That's fine, brother. A lot of people can do this. I never I never planned to retire or stop doing YouTube. That's for sure. Let's see what we got. Let's see here. Oh, bro, you must have missed my whole beginning intro. Editing is not. Here's the thing. YouTube is not really an issue. Editing is not an issue. I'm saying these last 3 years I've been on recruiting duty. I don't have time to do that shit. So there. That's what's the. That was ultimately the biggest drop off in regards to like me creating videos, creating content, being more consistent. Because I'm working 13, 14 hours a day. You know what I mean? It's some days 6 days a week. So the only time only day I really have off is typically like a Sunday or something like that. Um, I'd much rather spend that time with my family as opposed to spending it on myself or spending it on YouTube. That's the issue, man. But now that I'm about to leave recruiting duty, I can be able to have my life back. I could be able to have my time back, and ultimately, that's the biggest thing for me, man. So I never really considered giving up on YouTube or retiring or anything. I mean, I don't need to do YouTube by any means, but at the same time, I still enjoy it. It's still a hobby of mine. So I'm gonna keep doing it. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I'll get back to it. What else we got though? We got people in here. I need to stop streaming from my computer and actually start streaming from my phone. I don't know why, but that's more people will join if I stream on my phone. Way more people will join, which is crazy to me. Slowly but surely, I'll get it back up. Slowly but surely, I'll get it back up. Mm-mm. Yeah, let me see some stuff real quick because we gotta have a little. Let's see if we can do a little something real quick because your boy, I'm trying to do a little something, and I'm gonna show you what I do. What are your thoughts on Balteric? Would you recommend it? Balteric? I don't know what that is, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Maybe I'm getting old. Maybe I'm out of reality, but I honestly do not know what that is. Can I do a window capture or can I do a all right. Okay, let's do this real quick. Let's transform this. Let's fit the screen. Oh, now I gotta stretch the screen. All right, we're gonna stretch the screen right there, and then we're gonna take me, which is my ass. We're gonna move me over, and we're gonna slide me over here to the side, just like that. Some famous substance from a company called Thug Waff. Thug Waff. I don't know what that is. I ain't gonna sit here a lot of you, big dog. Anyways, let's go ahead and do some stuff real quick because I feel like I deserve me a little gift. I deserve me a little present for whenever I actually leave out on recruiting duty. I don't know when I'm gonna buy this stuff though. I'll probably get it in March or April, one of those months. Yeah, either March or April. Let me see something really quickly. Let me just make sure you guys can everyone see my screen? A while back you did a video on how to get promoted as a junior NCO. How different is to get promoted as a senior NCO? What is the competition like for E78? Oh, it's totally different, man. Complete 180, right? Getting promoted from like junior NCOs to the rank of corporal and sergeant are usually guaranteed for individuals within their first term. That's not always the case whenever you progress to the ranks, man. Getting promoted to the rank of like gunnery sergeant, master sergeant, that stuff is extremely hard. It's extremely hard to get promoted to those ranks, and it's super competitive because depending on your job, right? But depending on your MOS, your job could probably only have like 3 allocations for gunnery sergeant in a year, meaning that out of everyone in your MOS who's a staff sergeant, they only have 3 people that can honestly get promoted that year because that's how many spots. So it depends on your MOS. It depends on how many allocations that job has. I know for like administration, admin and stuff like that. For admin, those guys get promoted because there's a lot of allocations. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about some of this stuff real quick, all right? Because I kind of want a Bronco. I definitely want a Bronco. I'm going to get a Bronco, but we need to take a look at some of this shit. Would appreciate some guidance. I got you, man. Pass MEPS this week, Unc. Officially in the daily entry program. Hell yeah, big dog. Hell yeah, nephew. Y'all calling me fucking Unc and shit, bro. And I can't even be mad because your boy's about to be 30 next month. I'm about to be fucking 30 next month, man. Damn. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this, man. These are the bases here. You got the base, Bronco. It don't look like that in person. This is a huge cap. Those wheels are much smaller and uglier in person, I promise you. You got the Big Bend, Outer Banks, Badlands, Heritage Edition. That's ugly as shit. The Strope Edition. That's also ugly as shit. I'm not going to lie. I don't know who would buy that. And you got the Raptor. This is the one I want. I want the Raptor. But not for no $80,000, bro. Fuck all of that. You know what I mean? All right. So I was looking at honestly the Big Bend, because you can honestly put your own lift kit. You can put your own wheels on there later. You don't have to spend thousands of extra dollars that Ford won't. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go with the Big Bend real quick. Boom. Yeah, let's do that. Let us find it for you now. I like to build. Let's build. Let's see what we got. 4-door. See, these come with 2 doors. Those also come with the 2 doors for the Bronco. I do not want a 2-door at all. So, all right. How many people still watching? Cool. I don't know, man. That red, something about that red. I like the red. This is kind of like like the blue. I don't know if I want that or not though. Black, I honestly don't know if I want black. I feel like it's too basic for the damn Bronco, man. So I need something that will honestly complement what I kind of want to do in the future. Because I don't plan on like wrapping it or anything. So let's just say red, right? They say get the internet price. I don't want the internet price. So 41,000 comes with a 2.3 liter EcoBoost. 7 meat. I don't want no manual. Even though the manual is cool. I'd much rather just drive without having I live in California, man. I'm not driving no manual around here. Let me get that automatic 10 speed. Save on some gas as well. 4x4 is included. 4x7. Oh, actually, you know what? Rear locking differential. I really don't need none of this stuff because I'm not trying to, I ain't trying to like bounce off I ain't trying to, take it off road too much, like extreme off-road, rock crawling and all that shit. I ain't trying to do none of that, right? If I did, what worse to put like a 4.7 axle on it, right? I don't know how much it'll jack that price up. Look at this. Yep, so if you put that new axle on there, it's going to pretty much upgrade you to the Black Diamond and Sasquatch package. We're not going to do that. Rear locking differential is the same thing, I imagine. right? But this comes with the standard package, which is the soft top. We don't want the soft top at all. I mean, I definitely would not buy the soft top. Now, if the soft top came like with it as well, and I had the option of having both, that would be dope. That would be dope. But this equipment package right here, rear parking sensors, Ford Copilot 360, that's needed. That's allow you to see 360 degrees around the vehicle. Front row heated seats, dual. This is why I need it for, because if my wife gonna be in the car, my wife be tripping in regards to the AC, man. So I need a goddamn dual zone climate control, bro. That's honestly, I'm willing to pay that extra $1,500 just for that. Let's see what we got here. Trailer tow package. See, they definitely gonna try to get the money out of you. Hey, staff sergeant, do you plan on enlisting? Dominique, that's my older brother asking me stupid questions, man. He know better than to ask me stupid questions. Come on, bro. Don't ask me that question. See, look at this shit. $9,600 for a Sasquatch. Here's the thing. Let me tell y'all the story real quick. I went inside the Ford dealership not too long ago. This was like a couple of weeks ago. I was out in Carson. It was either Carson or Long Beach. Long Beach Ford. I went inside. They had this nice ass Ford Bronco, brand new, sitting on the showroom floor, right? I mean, the motherfucker had a 2-inch lift on it. It had some 37-inch tires on it. You know, the motherfucker was nice, bad to the bone, right? And I'm walking around, I'm looking at it. I'm like, all right, this is actually a nice Bronco. Like, if they're willing to have a conversation in regards to the price, I might drive this bitch out of here today. You know, I may drive it off the lot today, right? Coming to find out, it had like an aftermarket lift as well as wheel kit on it, which is totally fine. But it was on a base model. So they literally took a base model Ford Bronco, like the base model, the lowest trim, and just put a 2-inch lift on it with some big ass wheels and added $10,000 for upcharge. I'm like, I told the people, I'm like, whoever gonna come in here and spend $55,000 for a base Ford Bronco, I don't care what you put on it, directly out of a Ford dealership, they're smoking fucking crack, bro. I will never pay that much. Ever. So some 17-inch wheels. I don't know. It's probably 33-inch altogether with the tires and everything, something like that, or 32. There we go, 32-inch tires. So not bad. You know what I mean? It's not bad. But here's the thing: soft top, black cloth, right? And then you start to just look at this, the tops here, because I don't want a soft top at all. I want the hard top right here. Carbonized gray. That's the hard top. $1,800 upcharge. This is why I hate building, because I can easily go to the dealership and find one that's already built and, you know, hustle them down a little bit with all of the packages and stuff that they already got on it. But one of the things I would want for this car. How many people in the chat with me? Anyways. Soft Campus. This is the dual tops. So for $3,700, essentially you get both. You will get both the hard top as well as the soft top, which is what I would want. Like, I will want the option to be able to take this hard top off and throw on the soft top, because, you know, it's the soft top is easier to go down. You don't have to take anything out. You don't have to leave shit at home. You literally store everything down, and that'd be good. So $51,000. I want you guys to take a look at this price. $51,000. So fuck that. We're just gonna do the goddamn the original hardtop. Okay. Headlights LED. I don't care about none of that stuff. Body appearance kit. Now here's the thing. They're trying to charge you $2,000 to get like some certain things that will make your car like look better. So like on the doors, you have these little things right here. You probably get like a metal bumper or some shit like that. Fuck all of that. We're gonna take that off because we don't need that. There's this thing called Amazon for a reason. I'm gonna Amazon this shit up. Raptor style running board, fender flare kit, Sidestep. Now I would add this. $500. That's not bad to get like your side steps for the car. That is not bad at all. Paint protection film. No. No. Body armor protective moldings. Engine block heater. I don't live in goddamn Colorado or anywhere cold, so I really don't need that. Splash guards front and rear. No. 35-inch spare tire. I don't know why they have all of these right here. I don't want none of this. Wheel lock kit. Cool. $100. One less thing I got to do. Add some wheel locks. You know, motherfuckers love to steal shit. But you guys look at the price. I'm already looking at $50,000. And they have something out here per 48-month lease. So 4-month lease, $430 for a lease. That's a bunch of bullshit if I ever saw something. They're leaving out the fine lines here. I will not lease a car that I built. Raptor style running board. Let's see how this. Nope. Again, it's going to add aluminum wheels. Rear locking differential. We don't want that. Let's go to the summer real quick. So just car right here. Just what I kind of want. $49,755. Fuck. $49,755. And these all of the stuff that I added. $40,000 MSRP. With around $9,000 in regards to upgrades. Why is this stuff so expensive? It's crazy to me, man. Because you can go over here and get a truck. F-150, $3,700. Super Duty. Right? I can get a fucking, I'm quite sure, positive that I can get a, let me see, because I was looking at these as well. The Raptors start out at 56. And I don't know if you guys saw the Raptors or not, but they're really nice. Like, I will legit drive off the lot in the fucking Ford Raptor, in the Ranger Raptor. Even though it's like the mid-size version truck trim level, whatever, I would drive off the lot with it. 3.0 liter boost or 3.0 engine V6. It's honestly, it's the same engine as the Bronco Raptor. Look at this. You got Fox suspension on that bitch. 2.5-inch lift. The wheels ain't as big, but it's nice, man. It's fast. It's quick. It'll shred everything off-road. I like it. $62,000 for an Expedition. Broncos, they start at $39,000, but you're not walking out of them, man. It's just too much. Let's look at a Mustang. I would never buy a fucking Mustang, but let's see. EcoBoost, 2.3 liter. No. Who will buy this? There's no way people are buying these. 2.3 liter Mustang? If it ain't V8, what's the point? If it's not V8, what's the point? You got the Dark Horse version, 500 horses, Coyote engines. Dark Horse Premium, no. No. They don't even have sedans anymore. Fords don't even sell sedans anymore, which is crazy to me. They got rid of all the sedans. Coupes. They don't have coupes. It's literally Mustang. Mustang is the only car Ford sells. Isn't that crazy? That's the only car Ford sells now. Is the Mustang. Everything else is literally trucks and SUVs. No coupes, no hatchbacks, no sedans. Performance vehicles. Explorer ST is $54,000. Not street legal. Not street legal. Look at all of these cars that are not street legal. That's crazy. Mustang got the draws. Ranger Raptor 56,000. Bronco Raptor 79,000. The Bronco Raptor, it costs more than the F-150 Raptor. Which is insane. What the fuck is this? These are the used prices right here. 4,300 miles, a year old, 69,000. 22,000 miles, 61,000. Where's this at? Texas. So you can kind of look at some of these. This one, these hold their value, man. This is the only reason why I'm like, fuck. Like, there's no reason to buy a used Bronco, in my opinion. Depending on what you're going to buy, the packages and whatever, I feel like if you are going to buy a used Bronco, you better off just getting it brand new, because 71,000, 69,000 for this one. Now, granted, these are just numbers. You know, Stats R and Pat will never fucking pay this price. Never have, never will. Like, if they want 65,000 for this one, I'll probably leave the lot playing 60. Guarantee you, I'll leave the lot paying 60. Because I'm a bad boy. Maybe even in the 50s. You never know. Maybe even in the 50s. This is a 2023. Let's take a look at this shit real quick. 2023. They don't have it to how long it's been available. 7,000 miles on it. So it dropped in value by 3,000 just by sitting on the lot. There's this dude named Dro trying to join the Coast Guard, man. So we don't know what the fuck to do anyways. Is that good with you? I don't understand. You trying to join the Coast Guard? Join the Coast Guard then, big dog. Time flies. Playful with it. What's up, man? So we can kind of see here the prices in which it dropped, right? Price change from the first time that they got that vehicle back in maybe October. They were selling it for 71,000. Now that they dropped the price to 65,000, they'll definitely drop that bitch again another 5,000 if I were to pull up and pull off with it. I'm trying to teach y'all some game, man. Don't y'all ever pay sticker price for a car. These cars that these dealerships is selling, those are suggestions, big dog, based off of their profit margins and everything like that. If they really want to get rid of that shit, they'll sell it to you for the price. I ain't saying like trying to get like 20,000 or 10,000 off on it by any means, but you can definitely get around 7% off what they're asking easily. You get the car, they can sell the car, and everyone can be happy. But the Bronco Raptors just seem too aggressive, man. I feel like if I do get it and do drive it, I don't know how I would feel like as a daily driver. I don't know if it'll be worth it as a daily driver, man. This is the one I want. This is the one I really want, but bro, dealerships is going too crazy because they only made them, I think, in 1 year, 2022. Was recruiting as bad as they say? Anyways. Oh, baby, that's a good question, man. That is a great question. Great question. 45,000 miles, Colorado, 38,000. Something's up with this car. It's either some crazy modifications or something's up with it. Let me see if they got photos of it. I don't understand why the photos look like this. Is this weird, chat? These don't look like photos. Look at the screen. This is the cheapest Everglades I've seen for sale thus far, and I've been looking at these for months. You can kind of see all the modifications here. They got a lot of carbon fiber vinyl that replaced them. That's probably why. Because I'm not gonna lie, if I were to like buy a car or buy, you know, a Bronco for this much money, I would want it as stock as possible. Simply because, you know, people go out there and put all types of dumbass shit inside of the cars, modifications that would degrade stuff for over, and most of the shit that he be putting in it is ugly. So it still have still sitting on some Firestone Destination XTs, which, give or take, depending on who you are, can be a good tire for you. Yep, some more modifications right here. I mean, I don't mind it, but it's like, bro, I wouldn't want it. Like, I wouldn't want it inside of the car. Like, I wouldn't put that shit inside of the car. All right, definitely will remove that shit. I don't even know what color this is because the photos is just so, like somebody took this shit with a flip phone. You got a Warren wrench here. This one's actually not broken. There's another dealership close to me that has like the car and the shit's wrapped. It's clearly broken. And I was arguing with the dude. I'm like, yo, like, you're gonna have to come off at least $3,000 just from that, because if I got to replace that Warren wrench. But you can see like the old Gates cluster here. I don't know if I would want that because it's just ugly as shit to me. Versus what the new one looks like is actually really nice. This one has some GPS built in, which I don't care. Apple CarPlay is for a reason. Now this doesn't have 360-degree camera because of the wrench in the front, which is the only version that doesn't have it. I used to watch you before I joined the Navy. Got stationed in Okinawa and saw you in American Village once. You saw me in American Village? Fuck. I used to live in American Village. I don't know if that's Sasquatch, Everglades. Yeah, this is legit the cheapest I've seen this car. Yep, 5532 below the market. Let's look at the price history. They got this car. So this car has been sitting since September. See, this is another thing as well, people. If you guys are ever in the market to buy a car, whether it's a used car or a new or a used car, it is super important to check the value on these cars. Like Carfax honestly won't be 100% accurate all of the times, but if a dealership purchases a car and they get a hold of a car and they haven't sold this car since September, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, going on 5 months. If they haven't sold a car going on 5 months, is your opportunity to get up in there and snag that car for a great discount, because clearly we can see here dealerships is going to lose money if they don't sell these cars. So it's a lose-lose situation for them, because if they have the car and they first listed the car as $47,000, which was too fucking high in my opinion because of all the modifications, which to each his own, right? And they had the car since September, right? And it looks like here they dropped $700, hoping that some dumbass would come in there and buy it, and then they dropped another $800, another $800, or another $600 4 days later. Whopping $1,200 a week later, another week later, $1,300, and they're probably looking at it like, okay, they're kind of probably gauging their prices and stuff like that. So let's increase the price by $700 again, because they probably got a lot of lead generations, meaning a lot of people looking at this car to want to buy it, so they increase the price just to be able to decrease the price over time as well. So it went from $47,000 to $38,000. So the car, their listing price at least dropped almost $10,000 in less than 5 months. So this is the shit I'll look at whenever I buy a car, to be honest with you. Now, if I were to, now this is all the way in Colorado. I'm not driving to Castle Rock, Colorado to buy a car by any means, but I would. I would. Great value here. Open recall. That's fucking fun. Person and vehicle, no accidents reported. That's nice. You can kind of go here if they want the car for 38. Yeah. 48 months. 36 months. With a trade in 670. Yeah. I would do it. I would do it. I would do it. Yeah, this is the price that I'm willing to pay. If this is on sale for 38,000 and you buying a base model for fucking almost $20,000 more than that, you're a dumbass, man. I'm sorry, but a base model will never compete with a package like an Everglades. There's just so much flexibility and stuff that you can do in this one. This looks like a complicated fuck show, though. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, y'all. That's what I'm gonna be trying to do, man. I'm gonna be trying to get the good old stuff going. What is this? I don't know how to see it there. All right, y'all. I'm probably about to go play some games with my brother. I might stream it, I may not. Depends. But y'all be easy, man. I'm gonna freaking get up out of here and